I've been sort of a sci-fi fan since early. All those mysteries from the past and the theories about the future. And lately I got so intrigued by Three Body and I found everything about it so fascinating. So we thought, how is it like to have this review in this very particular place? I'm Jack, this is where to go. And you're in for the DEEPAL SL03. A sporty mid-size car, but with a wheelbase over 2.9 meters. That's almost executive level. Well, I think this is very Chinese style because everyone here just loves space. That almost every hot-selling European car stretch themselves just to fit in the market in the country. So as you can see, this car looks sharp, it looks fierce, it looks cynic. Couldn't care less about other people, especially those stubborn petrol heads. And I think that's because this is an ER, extended range vehicle, and for your information, it also comes with a pure electric version. And I think this car has something that a high standard EV must have. Bezel-less doors, nice touch. Dual pane glass, big fan for that. And the Tesla style handles, not a fan of it. But there are actually two things about this car that I really like. First, this is a rear-wheel drive car. And can you do a donut with it?
No. Unless you prefer the tire. Okay?
Sorry, thought I can demonstrate a donut for you, but trust me here. Anyway, the second thing is, this is a saloon as you see, but it's actually a hatchback. Mighty hatchback. It's always a pleasure to carry things in and out of the car if you have a fully open cover. What's more, if you put down the back seat like this, you can get a almost 100% flat floor, which makes it more practical. You can even put a tent if you like. Well, not exactly a tent, but you know what I mean. Moving to the cabin. Now, as we mentioned, this car has a wheelbase beyond its level, and you can easily notice that the moment you get in. What you see here, this pure screen, minimalist style. I don't know why, but it seems there is a anti-physical buttons campaign going on here these days. Let me show you around. First, you turn here with the right stock, just like Tesla. Probably for space, which this car has a lot, like here. And here. Oh, you don't need to see that. Second, on the display, you have to click here before you can reach out into the glove box. A few more steps indeed, but it actually didn't take very long for me to adapt. Do you like it or not? Leave it in the comments. So, a funny thing about this display is it can move around just like a human head. You can do that through your physical maneuver, or you can do that in the system. And even through the cams. What's more, there are quite some modes you can select for different use. Here we have napping, smoking, camping, car wash and winter, and even a light show. So speaking of the light show, guys, check this out. With the Qualcomm 8155 chip, the slides and clicks are quite smooth. Not the latest 8295, but already good to use. As a newly produced EV, SL03 aims to meet the Tier 1 intelligent driving. With cameras and LiDARs all around the car, it is capable of full-speed range ACC, automatic lane change, on and off ramp, not to mention auto park. Now, I know these features might not seem so cutting edge at this very moment, but if you look at this price tag, I mean, what can you say? Now, come to the back seat. It feels really roomy and kind of really is, especially with such massive insulated glass roof. It lets sunlight get through and just gently wraps you up. But not in summer. No, definitely no. Just stick to a sunblock. Now we'll be driving with our car owner, my friend here, who is also a infotainment product manager and a former music app designer, to hear what he says about his car after 25,000 kilometers in 18 months. 当初是怎么决定要买这辆车的呢？
首先我觉得它挺好看，价格也合适，尤其它有增程版，没有续航焦虑。
那对这辆车你最喜欢的地方是什么？
我觉得首先还是颜值吧，长安的外形设计其实一直都在线，无论是之前的优利系列还是现在的DEEPAL系列啊，外形的原创度、运动感和家族的设计语言的统一性，在所有同行中应该都是领先的。说白一点，就没有抄袭。
对，确实是。这个外观其实我也挺喜欢的。这辆车当时买成多少钱？
这辆车当时预算是20万左右，买的话我落地最终是18万左右。
那当时有考虑别的什么其他的竞品吗？
其实还是考虑试驾了的。当时对比了小鹏的 P5、奔驰的 C 还有林肯的 Z。然后我在2022年购车嘛，它新能源当时已经是主流了。我本身也是做车机产品这一类的。合资品牌和燃油车其实是落后太多了，肯定会被淘汰了。所以综合考虑一下价格、颜值，还有它的所谓的能源属性吧。这个就当时就选择了这辆车。
这车续航你还满意吗？
怎么说呢？它官方标定的是200公里，然后春季这种夏季哈，它能跑180公里左右。但是冬天的话，确实最多能跑到160。满电满油的情况下，官方的续航标准他说的是1200公里。实际上开呢，因为从来都没有开满过，所以不太关注。
这车充电现在方便吗？
我有加充，充电一般它加充7000瓦的话，大概4小时就可以把它的28度充满。
那还行。这车你觉得开起来怎么样？
我是开的不多，所以目前感知不是特别明显。你自己感觉呢？你开起来？
目前我觉得这前段还是挺不错的，非常的灵敏。
但变侧可能都是这样的。
这车舒适性你觉得还行吗？
我觉得将就吧，它的前排的座椅舒适度其实还不错，加热什么效果也不错，但是通风的区域我感觉比较小，夏天还是有点热的啊，效果不是特别好。然后它也没有座椅按摩，头枕也比较硬。后排的话确实就怎么说呢，更一般了。
那就养这台车来说的话，你每个月大概需要耗费多少钱？
因为它的百公里电耗其实还是蛮低的，只有13度左右，所以我每个月跑下来的话，差不多也就200块人民币的电费，还是很省钱的。
挺不错的，我一个月油耗得1300块钱吧。
是能省的。
那就智能方面，你觉得用起来还顺手吗？有什么问题没有？
我觉得它基础导航啊、音乐这些东西其实都是没问题的啊。但是总的来说，它的应用生态还是比较少。比如说，偶尔你停车想用这个车机看一看视频，手机 app 控制这些东西啊，都没问题。但是还是肯定和第一梯队我觉得有点差距。然后就是它的 IACC 哈，我比较常用，尤其高速的时候，人肯定还是有很大的放松的。就是这种智能辅助导航啊，我觉得现在也是一个大趋势，买车肯定要考虑。
那我们这个节目是面向海外的，你觉得对海外的观众你有什么想说的吗？
所以我想问一下海外的观众。比如说看到这辆车，觉得它的外形怎么样？好不好看？符合他们的审美吗？
但我觉得这个应该不是太大问题。反正我是个人非常喜欢这辆车的这个外观，尤其是在这个价位。这辆车我感觉在这样的山路里面还是相当的游刃有余的。你玩到什么了？
哈哈，放歌，比较有信心是吧？看一下
这样的回头弯。车身的侧倾有一点点，但是完全可控。油门的响应也非常的及时。In a nutshell, this is a car of the new generation. techno look, reassuring ER version, flat experience of comfort, but very competitive price, and with rear-wheel drive. It's reported that they sold 72,000 units of this car last year here in China, and over 1,100,000 since the debut. And on DCAR, one of the biggest Chinese auto media, it is rated 3.82 out of 5 by over 1,300 car owners, and Tesla Model 3 got 4.02. Among all aspects, people love its exterior look the most, just like our friend here. The parent company of DEEPAL, Changan, goes all the way back to 1862, and they've made huge contributions fighting fascists on World War II battlefield by producing Maxim machine gun, the Czech light machine gun, motors, and white phosphorus shells. DEEPAL seems like a newborn, but the main force has been making Ford, Mazda, Citroen, Suzuki for Chinese market in the last 40 years. If you're up to equipment or gadgets that make you stand out from the crowd, or you simply appreciate something in this car, it can be the one. I'm Jack, this is where to go. Subscribe and like for more. See you soon.